Hello. How's it going, everybody? It is the Joni Level Fox here today. It's my channel where I talk about anime, video games, cartoons, and tonight I'm doing a live stream. Anyways, I wanted to invite somebody over and have a little bit of a conversation. If you read the title of the video by now, you probably know who that is. So yeah, I'm gonna send the link to him right now. All right, I'm a little bit new to StreamYard. Obviously, I never really had anyone on board, so this will be a first. All right, hang on one moment. So how you guys doing today? So I remember Ashes was asking me earlier, did I see the Avatar Last Airbender trailer for that Netflix thing? And to be honest, I mean, it looked pretty good. I mean, I haven't really been hearing too much good things about it, honestly, in terms of like, outside the trailer and stuff, like on the down low stuff that they had or the concepts or whatever. It's kind of weird, but yeah. But the trailer itself, though, actually looks pretty good, and the costumes look on point. A little bit, except for like Azula, Katara is definitely baby faced and all that. But yeah, everything else though, yeah, it looks pretty much legit. I told him that I was going to stream at 8 or whatever, but I'm a little bit well. It's not too late, but it's like 10 minutes afterwards and all that, and I just got started 2 minutes ago. So yeah, 8:08. But anyways, so I wanted to talk to him a little bit about like his comic book universe and stuff. And I see him on like Twitter and stuff. Yeah, I have a little bit of a Twitter, but I'm not going to tell anyone the name of it, which is different from the name that I use now. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But I wanted like to talk about like female characters and stuff since he likes to also talk about like female characters and everything. So yeah, so we'll see how this live stream goes, and I hope everybody will be like respectful and stuff to him. Like this isn't like, oh, I'm trying to like corner him or anything like that or anything crazy. I know he's gotten into some drama before with certain people. Not gonna get into that too much and stuff. I'll probably bring it up once and be like, hey, this is how I heard about you and all that. Leave it at that. So, yep. Right now, I'm just waiting on him. I'll check to see if anybody is in the chat or not. So yeah, see how this goes. Oh yeah, if you hear any noise in the background, I kind of have the washing machine on, which is upstairs, so that's what's making all that noise. In case you guys hear the background noise. All right.
word ain't shit. E-Train is the purest definition of a sellout possible. I'm not giving him slack because of the fact that he's scared of Homelander. Everybody is. That didn't stop Starlight from standing out against him publicly. A-Train is stronger and faster than her, but yet still chooses to do nothing. He'd rather just sit around and be the token minority on the team and just be bullied by Homelander every day. Imagine getting looked down on by the freaking D just because he helped them once does not mean shit. He's still a hoe. Remember, all this started because he ran through Huey's girlfriend because he was on drugs. And this jackass bragged about it so he can shove his apology because he only feels this way because his brother got hurt, which is again his fault for being a freaking token to another racist superhero. Crazy how it takes multiple people getting punched and thrown for this jackass to finally step in. I don't care if he got rid of Blue Hawk. He didn't do that shit for the black community. He did that shit for himself. That shit meant absolutely nothing because he didn't have that smoke for the actual racists on his team. Hell no, I can't stand this dork. Well, folks, it's about that time, and the Go A wants to know, do I hate A-Train? A-Train, in every sense of the word, ain't shit. A-Train is the purest definition of a sellout possible. I'm not giving him slack because of the fact that he's scared of Homelander. Everybody is. That didn't stop Starlight from standing out against him publicly. A-Train is stronger and faster than her, but yet still chooses to do nothing. He'd rather just sit around and be the token minority on the team and just be bullied by Homelander every day. Imagine getting looked down on by the freaking D just because he helped them once does not mean shit. He's still a hoe. Remember, all this started because he ran through Huey's girlfriend because he was on drugs. And this jackass bragged about it so he can shove his apology because he only feels this way because his brother got hurt, which is again his fault for being a freaking token to another racist superhero. Crazy how it takes multiple people getting punched and thrown for this jackass to finally step in. I don't care if he got rid of Blue Hawk. He didn't do that shit for the black community. He did that shit for himself. That shit meant absolutely nothing because he didn't have that smoke for the actual racists on his team. Hell no, I can't stand this dork.
Sorry, guys, to keep you waiting. Still waiting on the guest here, but I'll probably just do some surfing real quick to keep you guys a little entertained. Hello.
And speaking to Jonan Fox for the first time.
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Sort of.
Roboting?
Not right now. I think you should be good.
Wait, you can't hear me at all?
Yeah, you're good. Hello.
What?
Fizz.
Wait, yeah. Wait. Am I coming in just fine?
A little buggy, but
what you say?
Yeah. Trying to say something now?
Wait.
Okay, yeah, I think you're good right there.
Yes. Yeah, it's Fizzchozo.
Yeah, how's it going? So, yeah.
This is a Windows 10 laptop, so expect something to be running in the background randomly because it's Windows 10.
Okay. Yeah, mine is also a little bit of a Windows 10 too.
Go on.
So, anyways, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions and stuff. Oh, hello? Fizz?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you and stuff because like I've seen you on the internet and stuff before and all that. You seem like a decent dude and all that. You know, like I've heard about you from Dazzling Gate and all that stuff. Like because I watch those kind of guys and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, this guy's interesting. And I saw like I learned about you during the time when you guys were like making up and stuff back in like April and all that. And I thought you had some pretty interesting ideas. And I also seen you on Twitter too, so I saw you had some pretty takes on like some female characters and stuff that I wanted to talk about. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got
yeah.
all
But
that.
the thing with the characters, I developed. What? Yeah, I heard all what you said. Although you did break up a little bit, but sometimes, but I think that's because not my connections, that my computer, because this, so like I said, this laptop always has something running in the background because it's Windows 10,
True.
and
So,
especially always all
okay. Well, anyways, I just wanted to ask you some
uh,
questions and stuff, and then we'll
but
probably go about our day and all that stuff. But my first question is, I kind of wanted to ask you, like, this is the first question is like, so I wonder
yeah.
why'd you like restart your channel? Because you had a channel before and all that, and then you kind of like deleted it and just made a new one.
um
Hello.
Start a new one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm talking about your channel and stuff. You kind of like deleted your old channel and restarted a new one. So I was asking like so like why'd you do that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, I did say because I'm gonna change in focus.
That fear of dehydrated downstairs. Sorry about that. Can you say that
What?
one more time?
Wait, yeah, I said change in focus. That's why.
Oh, okay. So you like wanted to like
Uh,
rebuild or something?
yes, rebuild.
Okay, very nice. So here's my next question. So I wanted to ask you about your like comic book universe and stuff because you're like interested in doing like indie comics and all that. So and I've obviously heard all the like the details and stuff. So I wanted to know like what kind of updates have you made in like the last couple of months and stuff since you last talked about it online.
Well, I might have to come back on my phone. Wait, hold on.
Okay. Oh, hang on. He's back now.
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, that's better.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were saying you wanted to like restart your channel and everything.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, to take it back, I wanted to ask you. So I've heard of stuff about your comic book universe that you had, stuff like Goofanoid and all that. So I wanted to ask
Yeah.
you, like, just ask you like about it myself and ask like what kind of updates have you made in like the last couple of months to like your stories.
Um. I'm planning to have a different start, but I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm
Okay,
redoing the different. Yeah.
all right. So like if you were like writing like a bio or something, not like spoilers, but just like a straight up just bio and all that stuff. Like, what are like those type of details?
Right. No, what a file.
Yeah, like a bio. You know, like how you have like a little character
Oh,
profile or something like
a
that.
bio. A bio. So sorry.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
Oh. Well, I haven't. Well. Actually, I don't. I don't want to spoil it because the way I'm going to introduce some characters is going to be different. So I'm not going to spoil it.
All right. So since you're kind of a little new here to my channel, I wanted to ask you like, can you like explain to like the audience like as if nobody knew who like these characters are, like Goofonoid or
Okay.
Salamantras and all that?
Okay. I'm making a universe of superheroes, but if you can call them that, but they are superheroes. Most of them, or there are some anti-heroes mixed in there. Um,
Okay.
uh, technically, not they're not really they don't really follow any standard archetypes. Um,
No.
so I got okay. The superheroes in my universe are Goofonoid, who is a clown.
Hmm.
There's prank gadgets to fight horror theme villains. We have Doomfist, who's a former policeman who comes back from the dead and has a synthetic arm that allows him to punch stuff real hard.
Yeah, like a
Then we
RoboCop.
have her real name is, but he's not exactly mechanical. It's not mechanical at all. But
Okay. It's
mm,
like biological kind of thing, right?
and then we got light. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we got Lightweight, who is her real name is Sally Prescott. She's a teenage girl in high school who's really ditzy and one day gets powers from energy drink that causes her to gain the ability of energy constructs and super speed that she can basically create ridiculous fighting moves. But her weakness is that she doesn't have super strength, nor invulnerability, nor healing factor.
Okay.
So she's
Yeah.
basically a glass cannon.
All right. I definitely like the light wave concept though. But yeah, so pretty interesting. I was like, okay, a character that can create energy constructs, though. Although, I mean, I've heard of the criticism before about like the super speed and the energy constructs. I kind of agree with the criticism, but I do think that like you probably need to find a way to like not just balance it out, but like make the like you kind of make the character a little bit too OP with super speed and like energy constructs. So I was like, what if you like did energy constructs, but she just has like superhuman reflexes, but that's like
No. I gotta explain this. She's not OP because she lacks a lot of basic stuff you expect superheroes to have. She completely
right.
lacks superhuman strength. So she's just
Okay.
as strong as what you expect a 14-year-old girl to be. She
Okay.
isn't invulnerable, and
Right.
she also doesn't have a healing factor. And keep in mind, a lot of villains is not most of the villains she fights not weak, not significantly less powerful than her. Most of the villains can actually go toe to toe with toe. Might actually a lot of them can instantly kill her if she's not careful.
Okay. So like, can she create
Okay,
stuff like
one
more fields and all that stuff to like protect herself?
yes, she can. Yes, she can.
All
But
right.
one thing about the energy constructs in my comic universe, because it's not because it's not an external device or anything. She's actually using her own brain power to create the construct. Basically, the power scales of intelligence, not will.
Okay.
And she's also very dumb.
Oh,
She's also quite dumb. So
um,
the most complex energy construct she's going to create is a seesaw
okay. Because yeah, I
or
mean,
umbrella.
I like the energy constructs idea. I mean, I don't think like super speed is like a good mix for it unless she had like some kind of item or something that like powered her up or something like that. But that being like her base ability, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a little bit overpowered in a way.
Actually, she can actually break her bones if she's not careful. Just not careful. She always got when she punches something that's really hard. She always got to make a gauntlet at super speed.
Mm-hmm.
She, because she uses super speed substitute for super strength. She not um she uses super speed substitute for super strength because she's not strong at all. So
Yeah.
but so But when she went when she punched Sun's a robot super speed, for example, she got to create a gauntlet to protect her hand, otherwise the hand's gonna break.
Okay. So like, you ever heard of the power packs from Marvel Comics?
I never read any of these books.
Okay. So like the power packs are like these kids and stuff. I can't remember their names or like all what they can do, but I remember like one of them can like fly using like some kind of rainbow like ability and like stuff like that kind of. So is it like something like that? And like, mixed in with a little Green Lantern kind of stuff too.
No, she just runs.
Okay. All right.
But,
And then you also like, well, definitely I know I'm jumping around everywhere here. Then also there's your like Goofernoid concept and stuff that you had.
yes.
Yeah. So like that's supposed to be like your Batman archetype, right?
Well, not really. He's not rich, nor not he's not rich, nor he works at a toy store.
I mean, well,
Is
not
that
rich, but he's like a street level kind of character, right?
yeah, I have two of them. I have two street level characters. But
Okay.
the one that's technically a little closer to Batman is Weevil, but he's not rich either. He's just he just works at a junkyard.
Okay. So I was kind of thinking like with your Goofernoid idea, which yeah, it is a little weird to have a clown superhero, but in a way, I feel like when it comes to like I guess retooling, I think my thing is I think maybe you should probably work on the background a little bit. Like how does he gain all these like abilities? And I don't mean like I'm not saying he got superhuman abilities, but what makes him be able to do or stand out from like other characters? Like what can he do, for example?
I mean, again, his skill set is basically the same as Prankster in DC Comics.
Okay. And I remember in one of your streams and stuff before, I believe Goofernoid had the ability to like, well, not the ability, but he was like, he used to work at like a carnival or like some type of circus.
No, amusement park.
Okay, amusement park. So I was like wanting to pitch this idea to you and stuff that maybe like Goofernoid can like pick up like maybe some skills from people that he used to work around, like animal taming or what else is there? Some kind of like marksmanship or whatever,
I
that kind of
mean,
thing.
I gotta figure out. Yeah, that is a good idea, but gotta figure out how that will make sense because the amusement park is owned by a guy who owns a chocolate company.
Okay. Well, I mean, like
Yeah,
he could just be like friends with people in passing and stuff, and just like
yeah,
just like oh well, you mind showing me how you did that and etc.
mm,
So those
yeah,
are just
yeah,
yeah
yeah.
yeah
But yeah, that might be a good idea because currently I just got he got his toy making skills from Grindel, and that makes him good at making these gadgets.
okay. So like what kind of like gadgets and stuff does he like use and stuff like the standard kind of like like cards and all that stuff or whatever or like
No, he uses paint guns. He got um he's got uh the chickens that stick to people. He's got
okay
lots of jokey gimmicks like donuts that if you eat it you fall unconscious. Tranquilized donuts
okay
and various different other silly stuff. Yeah, again, if anything that the prankster would normally do, Goofno would do. You don't know DC Comics prankster is, right?
no I don't
It's a Superman villain. Well, at least they was, but they kind of phasing out.
okay. I definitely remember like the Flash's villain, the trickster and all that.
Yeah,
But
they both got the same similar skill set.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I wanted to know. Like, so like, have you done anything like in recent like because you have a Patreon, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I deleted that.
Oh, or
Yeah,
like,
they did new one.
or do you like because I think you do write down your ideas and stuff like that.
Yes, I
So I
did.
was like, okay. So I was like
I do
wondering,
like
do you like post it anywhere in particular where people can
no,
access it? Oh,
No, no. At least I got to figure out. Right now, I'm currently working on stages of another Start My Universe, but but it's going to be a low budget video game that I'm making myself, trying to make myself. It's going to be. I'm not going to give any more detail.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna try and go into the video game thing, but for your like writing stuff, I was like, because how do I put this? So you have ideas for like your characters and the concepts and all that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like we just went over. So I was like,
Mm.
what if you like commission like an artist or something? I'm not saying it's me, but just commission like an artist or something to like draw out your characters and like put more eyes and get
I
more
would be
into it.
doing that, but I don't have the money. I'm not good at making. I don't have the money. And in terms of artwork, I'm not good at making humans yet. I'm still playing around with Blender. I've been doing this since 2017, but I'm still not good at humans yet. Character creation in 3D is hard. Take a long ass
Well,
time.
okay. Not to say you had to be like the best artist or anything, but like you ever try just like simply like sketching and then just like give this guy this idea of what you want and then he'll like draw it out like professionally and then like people will see it that way?
No, because I can't draw. I'm again, I don't have the money to do that. Like
Or-
I just gotta get better at Blender until I can make human characters good. That
Okay.
look good.
Do you have any way of
I
like, well, not to like get into all your business like that, but like, do you have like some kind of like way, like a job or something like that where you like make money? Or,
No, and no. I've been arguing with that about that. I've been arguing about that with my parents for quite a while. So no,
oh, okay.
no. Keep in mind where I live. I don't live in the big city.
All right.
So
You live in
um,
like a neighborhood or like the suburbs or something?
yeah, almost like that. Most of these stores around the size of a gas pump store. Most of them don't want to hire me.
All right. Do you have like the ability to drive like a driver's license
No,
or
no,
anything?
no, no, and I don't. Even if I did, I don't have a car, and my mom has to use a car all the time.
You ever tried the bus?
But it costs money. Money costs money.
Like $2.20?
Again.
Sure.
I think I ain't done this. I mostly just walk everywhere. I ain't done bus since I was a teenager. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to ask you about your comic book universe and stuff. So, also, I wanted to ask you, like, so, like, what do you like base your stories off of and stuff? Like, where do you get your like, base your ideas off of? Like, what inspires you?
Okay, multiple different things. Usually cartoons, comics, video games, bunch of different stuff.
Okay. Like, what type of cartoons and video games and stuff? Like, anything specific? Like,
Um, for for example, Salamantis, which is one of my heroines. If you could call her a heroine, she doesn't look like a human at all. But
okay.
is based heavily off of Lilo and Stitch and Ben 10. So
Like like the plot or something is like kind of like a alien and all that stuff, that kind of thing, and
yes,
military government. All right. Um, that's also another character I wanted to kind of get to know a little bit more because I've heard about your other stuff, like obviously, like you just said, Goofanoid, Doomfist, and Lightwave from some of the other
mm,
streams and stuff by the other YouTubers.
yeah.
So I wanted to know a little bit more details about Silent Mantis, unless you don't want to like spoil that or anything.
No, no, I can give you a lot of stuff away.
Okay.
Okay, her species is called the Fibonians.
Mm-hmm.
Um, her backstory is that she was when she was an egg, the Fibonians lay eggs. They look like they. The reason why they call her salamander is that they look like somewhat mixed between a salamander and a praying mantis. Is the name.
Okay. Does she like stand on like all fours or something, or does she like?
No, she's now 2 legs. She's a biped, but she have weird antennas. They have antennas and they're amphibians. They
Okay.
have
Does she like
one mono color eyes.
by any chance does she look a little humanoid, kind of like Mantis or something from like Marvel Comics?
Yes, she's bipedal, but that's about it.
Okay. So, because I was just thinking like of that character, and I was just like, I don't know like how you can make that work. So like, What do you think would be like the appeal for like Salamantras? Like, what will make people want to like check out the story and stuff? You know?
But here's the thing: she's not sexualized at all. But it doesn't matter because the only, I'm not gonna really gonna aim the book at that audience. I'm really going.
Mhm.
I might start with kids, then work, and then kind of age it up slightly over as it goes on.
Okay, not to say you have to like sexualize the character, but I'm saying like the appeal meaning like what makes somebody want to like be like, all right, I want to pick up this book because it's a horror or because it's
Not
friendly
no,
or whatever.
no, it's not horror. Far from. It's mostly action comedy.
Okay, so people want to like check it out because it's like action comedy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
guessing. No, you also have like a
yeah.
design for Salamantras or anything or no?
No, no, but I probably can make one very easily though. I mean, I'm blender. I don't feel confident enough to do that yet though. But it's a monster. I have easier time for monsters than humans.
Okay. I would say like your writing stuff and all that, which I know I'm getting a little unsolicited advice, but I was saying like what if you just like I don't know, just sketch it out. It doesn't have to be on anything fancy, but like line paper or something. Like had to grab like watercolor markers or anything, just grab like a pencil and be like, all right, this is the idea in my head for this character and all that. And I know you can't really commission anybody at the moment, but
Mm,
and just be like, all right, that's a rough idea of what I want the character to look like.
probably can. Probably can. Because again, it's very easy. It's much easier to do monsters than it is to do people.
Okay. So, anyways, so I've seen you a lot on Twitter. You probably don't like the Twitter that I reached out with you is not exactly my main Twitter that I'm always on. I do use that, but I don't really use it too often. But I do check you out on another Twitter account. I won't really say the account or anything, and I don't really like comment too much on your stuff a whole lot. But
Mm.
I do see like that you like talk a lot of stuff about like female characters and stuff, and you have like this kind of thing against characters being objectified or being sexualized. So I want to
Well,
know like what do you have against female characters that are sexualized?
well, well. I mostly hate the stories. I really hate I'm I can't go in detail with that. I mostly just want to see them all get killed and gruesomely torn apart because I only associate sexy superheroes have sexy villains all the time. I,
Okay.
I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
I don't really agree too much with that, but because I think on one of your last posts or something on Twitter, you like share something about Miss Marvel, for example, when she was like, before she became Captain Marvel or whatever. There was that issue from Avengers or something about her having sex with her, her what you call it?
some guy called you Mortis or something.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
guy.
but that look, that's a dumb storyline I did. I mean, but then again, I think they just want to write her off because they didn't want to write the character anymore. So that was the easiest way they could do it. The writers
Yeah,
themselves picked it.
yeah, I agree with
It's-
you. Like that was definitely a weird storyline. I'm not like an active like Marvel comics reader or anything like that, but I did read
That's
that when I
back
was
in the
looking
80s.
for it. Yeah,
The
I was reading
Avengers
into
200. The reason why they did that is because they wanted to write her off, and that was the easiest way they could do it. They could do it. It was simple. She gets sexually assaulted by her villain as usual. Then gets sexually assaulted by a villain. Then she gets pregnant, and then he switches bodies with the fetus. He switched bodies with the fetus. She gives birth to him in a new body on Earth,
yeah.
and then he grows up, and then they continue. Then she becomes his wife, and they sail off because they want to get rid of the character, but
Yeah, yeah. I
they
know like yeah, I do know the storyline and the details and stuff. I was just like saying because yeah, and I agree that it is a bad storyline because I think they had to do something weird or something drastic for like I think it was Avengers 200, right?
200.
Yep, Avengers 200
Yeah,
and stuff and all that.
but
Um, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, that is a weird story, but I wouldn't say that's like the standard for like sexy heroines or whatever. That was just like just bad
yeah, I
writing.
mean, no, that's the main thing that sells. Go to Kickstarter. I mean, one of the most popular comics is called Blue Bombshell by Clint Helinsky.
Okay.
Are you aware of that book?
No.
That's very
Um.
popular within the CG Comicsgate circles.
So like
The
what's it about then? If you don't mind
about
explaining.
a superheroine who has sex with villains all the time. Or say, something.
Oh, I mean that sounds a lot more like hentai or something, but I wouldn't say like all
But
sexy
what?
girls would like
Well, um, that's but that's what most people buy. I mean, well, I don't think she gets sexually assaulted about. It's same as Empowered. If you Empowered, something similar to that. And she gets her clothes ripped off all the time or something.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean stuff like that does happen in different types of stuff. But for female characters though, not saying that every female character has to be sexualized or whatever. Even like for some, let's say female like manga artists and stuff, since I'm more of an anime and manga kind of guy, um, female writers and stuff, they don't like sexualize their female characters so much, but
they
they'll
make them
still at
pretty,
least
but
make them, yeah, like they'll be attractive or something like Sailor Moon, for example, or Kagome from Inuyasha or whatever, you know. They're still like cute and all that, you know.
yeah. But now, but I don't. Look, well, what the character is doesn't really matter. It's just kind of like a vase. Well, for most stuff, like for example, Fire Force, the female characters just there to uh, it's basically softcore porn. Just simple as that.
Like, well, it's Aichi or type of manga.
Yeah, but that's pretty much most female. The main purpose of female characters is this most part.
I wouldn't say it's most, but I think it's like yeah, it's mostly like mainstream and stuff. I mean, I know everyone's not gonna like really like oh, love fan service and all that type of thing, but like sometimes though for characters that are just that are like objectified or sexy for whatever. I mean, like I said, it's a good thing. I don't think it's necessarily bad. You can definitely do stuff without it, but sometimes there is some depth to that character for the characters that are that are sexualized a lot or whatever. Like for example, what's a character? You ever heard of Fairy Tale?
Yes, but I never watched it because I never.
Okay, so in Fairy Tale, there's there's definitely a lot of female characters like Lucy and Urza and all that stuff. Lucy's is actually my favorite character in Fairy Tale. She does get sexualized a lot, but there is still like some depth to her and stuff. She has character. She has a good background. As far as like a good origin story, and she does have some proper good like motivations and all that stuff.
Again, I don't know anything about fairy tales, so I can't really comment.
Oh no, I mean I'm just saying like
I may
just
know
like
some. I may know some basic character names, but I don't know anything about the character.
okay. No, I mean I'm just telling you like that you can still have those things with characters that are like sexualized or objectified a lot, and they can still have some
Yeah,
like level of depth.
yeah, but the heroines in my stories are all uh aren't really sexualized in the slightest. So there are some villainesses though that are, but not heroines.
Okay. I mean, not saying I want you to have characters in your story like that or nothing. I don't like. I'm not saying that because it's your story. So like, of course, you can do whatever you want to it. But at least like, again, unsolicited advice. I just think that female characters and stuff should at least have some level of charm to them, especially if you're like you know trying to like appeal to like a male audience or something like that. You know, because that's been
Uh,
definitely like the talk of the town a lot.
yeah, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. What's more important about a character, regardless of their gender, is being unique, at least visually, than being attractive. So
Yeah.
so it doesn't I never really cared.
Okay. So
So I never
like
really
as an artist and stuff, not saying I always have to draw this character to be sexualized, but I at least, you know, when I'm drawing female characters, I definitely like to make the female character at least look cute in a sense, at least bare minimum. and stuff, or at least look, you know, okay, that's nice or that's good looking and stuff, you know, because it's just an art, like it's an artist thing, you know, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but keep in mind with I have three heroines in my universe that was going to headline their own stories. So or two if you can discount Salamantis because she's an alien and she does talk, but she doesn't look anything like a human again. Uh, so but Lightwave and Distortion both wear full body costumes for different reasons, but it's required for their powers to go to work properly.
okay, kind of like
Uh,
My Hero Academia.
uh, no, they say they both have to wear full body costumes because it's required for the powers to work properly. Um, in the case of Lightwave, if Sally doesn't wear full body costume, her body will be torn apart, especially her skin will always be gone.
Oh, I mean that seems like a
Uh,
lot.
and Eve she didn't need to wear a full body costume. It would be unwise to show any skin at all because that's instinctive. Because in her normal human form, not in a civilian outfit, she's pale skin, very pale skin. It's like a
Okay,
human sized porcelain doll.
so she's like,
She,
so basically she's kind of like she's limited to only wearing her costume. She can't use it at all in her civilian form.
she can use the energy construct. She just can't use super speed at all. Super speed at all in her civilian form, civilian clothes.
Okay, I
Civilian.
mean, okay,
She can't use super speed at all in civilian clothes. Fortunately, her costume is an energy construct, so she can just transform whenever she feels like it.
it's like made out of her energy constructs, kind of like a magical girl kind of thing.
The transformation is actually instantaneous.
Yeah, yeah,
When it feels like, but
yeah. I know, like you know, like how you have in magical animes and all that stuff when they transform
mm,
and the clothes are
mm,
basically made out of magic or whatever.
yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah. But keep in mind, her appearance and her normal clothes is incredibly distinct to the point that keep in mind, she has a secret identity,
right.
and she would have to wear a full body costume anyway, just to keep people from just immediately recognizing her.
Okay. Does
That
she wear
like
like
there,
a does she wear like a full on like a mask or like a domino mask or something?
she has a helmet that covers her entire face,
Okay. Kind of like
a Super Sentai character.
exactly. Okay. All right.
No,
So yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And Distortion, first, it's a suit that turns invisible with her in it.
Okay.
Keep in mind, she's a rich daughter of a tech company, rich heir to a tech company.
Right.
And her father gets killed, so she basically inherits the company. Um,
Wait. And how does Lightwave again?
to talk about Distortion.
Oh, distortion. Okay.
Let's talk about Distortion. She's a rich heir to a tech company. Um, and she's an adult woman, by the way. Um, and she has a suit that turns invisible, but
All right.
with her inside of it. So the suit obviously needs to be a full body costume, although it is skin tight.
Was that the sorry for interrupting, but was that the character that you were talking about that's supposed to be like a Laura Croft kind of type that has the ability to turn invisible and all that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was thinking like you know, and again, I'm just throwing some pitches out here and all that. But if she had like some kind of fighting skills and all that stuff, or is she like a gunslinger?
It doesn't make any sense for her to have any fighting skills. She was blind for most of her life.
Wait, she's blind, right?
She got cybernetic eye implants. She can see now.
Okay. So kind of like, well, if she got like bionic eyes now, I mean, she should at least like, yeah, if she's putting her life in danger, it would at least make sense. Kind of like
Uh,
Splinter Cell.
well, she's not really good at fighting directly, but she does develop gadgets as it goes along. But she just uses stealth mostly.
Okay. So she's more so of like a long range fighter and all that, right?
No, she's basically Solid Snake, but as a,
Right. I mean, even though Snake, he's got some fighting skills and stuff too, but mostly he uses weapons and all that stuff like rail
mm,
guns, etc.
yeah, but
And
again,
like camouflage.
she's mostly Solid Snake. I mean, yeah, so she got a suit. The suit disappears. She disappeared. She got a invisible suit. The suit turns invisible with her, so she just she's invisible. She sneaks around and spies on people. Um, and sabotages villains' plans in whatever way she can. She doesn't expect to fight full grown men head on. So the lot of tension in the story is going to be based around people whether or not the bad guys might find her in the room because they
Okay.
can still hear her.
All right. So like when she's like, let's say she's in a situation where she has no choice but to like not fight, but she's outmatched, and there's like a bunch of burly dudes in the room, and like they don't notice her, like, but she has to take them out. Like, how is she going to take them out? Would she like just plant like some kind of bomb or something like that in the middle of the room, and then like divide them or something like that? Or
Uh, she would just run.
okay,
She would
but I
just
mean like
she does get no well she can't let herself get surrounded if she comes face to face with one dude she has a needle that retractable needle in her suit that shoots tranquilizers that injects them with tranquilizers
okay, all right,
but she'll never get surrounded and have them all notice her like that.
okay. So I also wanted to ask you, and this probably might be my last question that I have right now. But
Mhm.
what do you think makes the perfect female character? Like, what do you think stands like? Should a female character like aspire to be like?
I don't know. I don't think I've found that yet, but I don't think they can be because humans are diverse.
Yeah, I mean that is true. But I was saying like, so like your character Lightwave, right?
Mhm.
What makes you think okay, this character or Distortion? What makes you think okay, this character? This is definitely how you should write a female character and all that other jazz. Um, yeah,
I don't think of them as female characters. They are female, but I just don't. I never thought. I never put that much thought into it. Um, uh, like, for example, Sally, Lightweight's real name is Sally Prescott.
right.
She has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend named Otis, but she doesn't mean him or anything. Uh, he's just there to be smarter than her, and um, he also knows martial arts. So,
Okay.
uh,
Does he
but
like ever train her to like fight or anything at any point?
yeah, he does train somewhat.
Okay.
Uh,
And
not,
he's like
not,
he's kind of like the tech savvy kind of guy where he's like,
no,
he'll oh, okay.
no, he's not tech savvy, but he is smarter than she is because again, Sally is not very smart herself. She's a
Okay.
ditz, an absolute ditz.
So he's like kind of there to kind of just pick up the pieces and all that stuff like a tuxedo mask Sailor Moon kind of thing.
Yeah, keep in mind she's
Okay.
about as intelligent as Wasp was in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so not very intelligent at all.
Okay. Where like Wasp kind of volunteered to well, the origin she volunteered for Hank Pym's little experiment, whatever, got the cybernetic wings and all that stuff, can shrink.
No, yeah, her IQ is about the same as that. She's not very smart at all.
Okay, so like
She's had superpowers.
just a little average, but she's a little ditzy in her personality and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes. So I can't say that. They all have flaws to various degrees. Um. Uh. For example. Distortion. You can say she's cowardly, but then again, it does work. So Uh,
Okay.
so I got spoiled this. I got storyline. I got storyline planned for Distortion where she fights a shapeshifter, and storyline is going to be literally be called Cowards.
Okay.
Uh, uh, yeah, you can guess how the storyline goes, right?
Yeah. How's
She's
it?
going to be fighting.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
She's going to be fighting a shapeshifter.
Okay.
So
Like
you can guess how.
like Mystique or something, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and you can guess how the storyline goes.
All right.
Uh, again, these characters I create, like again, the gender doesn't really matter. It's what makes the characters distinct from each other. They all got to have flaws, things they're good at, that- and look distinct, etc.
Yeah, I agree.
One thing about Distortion is that she's actually the only rich superhero I have, and
Okay.
this means it puts her in a weird position.
So she's got
She
like a lot of resources and like and like people on her
yeah.
payroll and stuff that can yeah.
So this puts her at a weird position is that she's the one of the few super beings that's capable of like international monitoring,
Hmm.
uh, international dealing with international events, which most the other ones can't do. This
Oh, oh no,
uh,
continue.
so so that's and also she gets in trouble. She getting in trouble. She starts getting into trouble with the UN and a whole bunch of politicians, a whole bunch of businessmen too, because of that.
Okay.
Um, because she can do and she isn't monitored by the government and can basically do whatever she wants because she has a suit that allows her to turn invisible, and she has to keep a secret identity because she'll be sued to oblivion if they find out any stuff she normally does.
Okay.
The because yeah the again, she's most of a spy. She's more of a spy that sabotages terrorist plots. And the main enemy early on is going to be uh uh one is going to be a rival to her father's company. That's a genetic engineering company that makes monsters.
Like a Norman Osborn kind of thing.
No, more like Umbrella
From
from
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Like
but
so this guy's gonna be like the Wesker or something.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, I wanted to invite you on here and stuff because we'd never talked before, but I've seen you on like different streams and all that stuff because I've seen your ideas, and in a way, I kind of see a little bit of myself in you, because I'm like, all right, this guy, he's got some pretty interesting ideas. I have some ideas of my own, not as many as you do because you got a lot of ideas, and I just feel like person myself, and again, unsolicited advice, but I feel like you should probably focus on like one thing at a time first before like moving on to the next project or like, well, here's the idea for issue 1. Now I'm going to jump to issue 10 and stuff. And I got all that planned. Like, I was like, oh, maybe you should probably focus on issue 1 real quick and all that, that kind of thing.
Uh, I,
But yeah,
I mean, right now I'm focusing mainly on this game and this game. So, which is um, but 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 notice if you don't notice one thing about my universe that it doesn't really have a one woman stand in.
all right. I mean, not
Uh,
saying it needs it, but
I don't really have any stand-ins for any one Marvel or DC character, at least any big name character in my universe. Uh, did you notice that?
um, not not really. No.
I mean, I mean, I remember I was asked for trade to put a Superman stand in for my comic universe, but how would that even work?
Was it the
That
one
would
with
literally,
the with like that you were saying that was like a amalgamation of like Superman and Thor?
yeah, Gold Knight. But again, I couldn't. Yeah, but I couldn't have really have a more Superman like character because it will literally break how the universe works. I
Okay.
mean,
What do
because the
you
entire gimmick of the entire gimmick of Superman is that he's more powerful than everybody else.
well,
Okay, how would that work?
I mean, Superman's
Um,
not more powerful than everyone else. I mean, he definitely is top tier, but when it comes to like major villains, like usually
I'm talking about
Darkseid or like a
talking about all the other
Parallax.
heroes.
Okay, amongst your own heroes and stuff.
Yeah, but how would that work? How would that work?
Well,
That literally
if you
that
ask me,
literally
I would
wouldn't.
say like you'll probably need like a villain or something that's even more powerful than him or something like that.
No,
Or
I'm talking
yeah,
about yeah, because it literally breaks it. You literally have to break the laws how the universe work in order to get this to make any sense.
okay.
So just keep them. So I can't really have a Superman archetype. Not to mention what stories will I be able to tell that isn't already told by me just writing Superman. I mean I have yeah. Superman is a very specific character that I'm not trying to replicate. I just try to replicate the the like I don't really have I didn't feel a need to replicate Wonder Woman since I don't. There's nothing interesting to tell. The story stands for nothing interesting to tell.
All right. Yeah, and that's not to say like you know you can't do your own original thing or anything, or you have to rip off this character or this. Because like I said, I mean I'm an anime manga kind of guy, so I like to like take I get more inspired or more ideas from characters like a Naruto or something or One Piece or whatever stuff like that, or like I said earlier, Fairy Tale.
But again, like I don't even watch regular mainstream anime. My favorite anime is Monster,
Mhm.
followed followed closely by Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I never saw the original.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Um,
both during my high school days. I saw the original first, and then I saw Brotherhood
mm, yeah,
a couple years ago.
followed by Made Abyss, which is isn't even finished yet. Um,
Okay.
and 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 the most recent animes that I like were Ranking of Kings and Odd Taxi and My Home Hero. But but you notice, but most of the anime I actually like aren't very mainstream. So I mean you've seen Monster, right? Or you may have heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it though.
Of course. Of course, probably wouldn't interest you anyways. I mean, it's not a fantasy or a science fiction show. It's just about doctors trying to catch a serial killer.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, yeah,
just
and
like
I've seen like, and I myself, I've also seen some animes that are a little kind of obscure. Like, not that everybody knows this anime. Like, nah. Like I've seen stuff like not Demon Slayer, Devil Man and stuff. You ever heard of? Speaking of which, that's also what I wanted to tell you about. So, you ever heard of Go Nagai?
I hate his work.
Okay, I guess you know who I'm talking about then.
Yes, I hate Devil Man Crybaby, and I thought it was one of the worst shows of anime I've ever seen. I thought it was one of the worst TV shows I've ever seen at that time until I watched Jessica Jones.
I haven't seen Devil May Cry Baby yet. I've only read the manga for Devilman,
Mm,
and I watched I watched the old '70s cartoon, which is kind of different from the original, and then I watched the OVAs and stuff. But I never really seen Devil May Cry Baby though. But yeah,
yeah.
but have you ever seen like Cutie Honey or something, or like because that's also by Go Nagai?
That was crap. I never seen anime, but that dang manga was crap.
Oh, what did you like about Cutie Honey?
I mean, what is there to like? I mean, she goes to high school and they all is somewhat similar to empowered. They all just kind of horny and I don't like Invincible and I don't like Genevieve. So this I would you assume wouldn't like Cutie Honey either. Cutie Honey either.
Well, there are some versions of Cutie Honey that differ from the other. I think you might be talking about Cutie Honey, Cutie Honey, yeah, where it was like a little weird and it was like a couple of episodes. But you ever seen like,
No, I've never seen the anime. I've seen them read the manga.
okay, because there are different takes on Cutie Honey. Like there's Cutie Honey Flash, which is more like a magical girl kind of Sailor Moonish kind of anime, and then there's like that's my favorite. And then there's Shin Cutie Honey.
I have a massive distaste for magical girls because I watch Card Captor Sakura and then I'm just I ain't not like Card Captor Sakura.
Okay, have you ever heard? Sorry, I can't speak. Have you ever heard of Shin Cutie Honey before, or New Cutie Honey?
No, I know of Cutie Honey, but again, I never seen individual shows. That's all. After reading one, you don't want to know anymore.
All right. I mean, I'm going to tell you about it real quick if you don't mind. But Shin Cutie Honey is basically like it picks up from like the original anime, not the manga or anything, but the anime take. But it's like set in the future, like 100 years and all that stuff, where it's like this. It's based off of like Gotham City from Batman and stuff, where it's like Akira and all that, this futuristic city kind of thing. But like crime is at an all time high, and Cutie becomes Cutie Honey again and all that stuff. Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not sure if you'll like it though, but yeah.
Probably wouldn't. I mean, I was kind of okay with Cyber 6, but sorry, I didn't watch the whole show though. So
Yeah, I never really seen it, but yeah, but I would say like yeah, that's also something too. Like you kind of remind me a little bit about Go Nagai, just without like I know you definitely don't like the whole sexual related stuff or whatever. I'm sure.
pretty much every well, a couple of exceptions. Pretty much every single superhero in my comic universe is sex adverse for one reason or another. We have yeah. For example, Doomfist is canonically asexual.
Oh no, I mean I don't mean like yeah, I mean I would say outside of the sexual related stuff, like what reminds me of you being like Go Nagai is like the gore and the heavy on the violence and stuff kind of thing.
But not exactly because a good number of them have codes against killing. Goofanoid, Weevil, and Gold Knight all have strict codes against killing.
Okay.
And
But I mean like
Doomfist lightweight, try their best not to.
okay, because I was thinking back
Don't-
from like some of your earlier ideas, like, and I'm not saying that they don't have a code of ethics or anything, being heroes or anti-heroes, but I mean like for Go Nagai's case, right, with some of his stuff, like, and I'm not talking about like his heroes, but I'm saying like just in general, if you're going to read something that's Go Nagai, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be either sexual violence, it's going to be gory, over the top, edgy, like Japanese Frank Miller type of stuff, basically, like unhinged, that kind of thing.
Yeah. The only character that got that super ultra violent 24/7 is Tiger Man, who's an anti-hero and he goes out of his way to kill most people he fighting.
Okay. But
And
yeah,
he's
that's
12.
oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I would say. Like stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, that reminds me a lot about Go Nagai. So I always like wonder if you ever heard about him, and
Yeah,
like, yeah, but
but all my experience has been negative. So why want no more?
oh, or like at least like study or like at least that kind of thing.
I mean, I do watch some gory stuff. Is not just for the gore. Like I like Luther Strange, Luther Strode. I like Luther Strode. I've read. If you ever read Luther Strode comics, those are American comics.
Okay,
Or
and I know you've like watched something like Elfen Lied.
yes. I actually thought that show was good up until the last episode. That was terrible.
Okay, I mean I've never seen it, but yeah, I've seen like either clips or whatever. Obviously,
No,
Death Battle did their thing. I already know it's definitely bloody.
yeah, the main character is I mean, I thought she was irredeemable, but apparently some other people didn't. But I think that's most because of her appearance. because I honestly didn't sympathize with her at all. But look, Lucy, you know who Lucy is, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, the main character and stuff. I don't know too much about her story like that. I think she was what,
okay,
like experimented on or something.
yeah, yeah, she's a psychic serial killer who's of a new human subspecies that's trying to that's trying to wipe out the human race. She's trying to wipe out the human race. But
Okay.
but she actually is an inspiration one of the villains in my comic world.
Hmm.
No, she actually is the inspiration one of for one of the villains in my comic universe, by my comic world.
Okay.
The character she, called Mind Slicer, who is similar personality but different power. Uh, uh, and similar personality, same motivation but different power. Uh, the instead of psychic vectors is telepathy. Professor X powers basically.
Okay.
She's a villain of Weevil,
Right.
and who 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 let me remind you has no powers. So
Yeah. All right.
so but look. I just hope nobody recommends me any more quote unquote etchy manga that just turned to hentai.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, there are animes that go the Aichi route, and animes that stay away from that. I would definitely say, obviously, like the more female manga artists, they don't really lean onto that kind of thing too much, or do like stuff like that. But yeah,
No, no. Again. Part of a lot of a lot of this hatred is based on etchy manga that turned into hentai. They just turned into hentai, then that eventually.
all right. I mean, yeah, most things. I mean, anything in general could turn into hentai. You can like literally just put out a trailer for this new like I don't know story or new anime or something like that, and people will immediately like make hentai of it.
No,
So
the canonically literally turns into hentai.
okay, so
Like
all right. So you said that you were working on a video game and all that stuff. Now you don't got to tell me all the details or the stuff you don't want to tell me about. But
uh,
like, so how long have you worked on this video game?
about a I'm about a couple of days ago. I just started taking down notes. Um, it's going to be an indie horror game. That's indie horror game.
Okay.
And you're going to be running from a robot for most of the game.
All right. Like, well, obviously it's like a sci-fi kind of thing, kind of like Dead Space.
Yeah, it's not in space, but it's on Earth. But you only running from a robot throughout this game. So,
Okay.
but
So like, what else? So this is like your idea, and not like some kind of group collaboration or something online.
no, it's not collaboration. Just me. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna download the right add-ons from Blender and then make a game and try to make a game and then release it on the internet.
Okay. So like, how do you plan to do it? Like, you're gonna do Blender and all that stuff. Are you gonna like put it on like some kind of website like Newgrounds or something, and like see if people like would take it?
Well, I'm gonna offer for cheap on something like Steam or GOG.
Okay.
Offer like it's gonna be have like maybe like a $1 or $2 on Steam, and then they're gonna send it. Hope I get it on MatPat or something.
All right.
No, or at least some horror gamer channel.
Okay. And also like for your channel and stuff, because I know you, like I said earlier, we talked about it. You restarted your channel, or you restarted your channel. So,
Mhm.
is there anything different that you're going to do this time that you're not going to do from the last time, or are you going to like how are you going to like build back up your channel?
Well, I'm the most is doing let's plays of different things. Occasional live streams, and I'm going most about anime. and I'm going to make. I got a real topic coming up. But I was going to make by myself. Talk about how to fix Miles Morales.
Okay.
Because I'm not the biggest fan of Miles Morales. I actually thought the Into the Spider-Verse movie was boring.
Well, the first movie for me, like for Miles Morales, I think Miles is a decent character, and Into the Spider Verse, it was all right. It was, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little overhyped. Across the Spider Verse, though, that's kind of where I'm like, oof, they really could have done more here, but it's like, yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
I didn't
But
see a sequel. Only saw the first movie, and I'm like it was so boring. I'm like I was zoned out a lot of times because this character isn't. One of the things that pissed me off was when I saw Let's Play the video game of his own video game, Miles Morales video game, and he's a nerdy geek into science. So like, what? Wait,
like Spider Man, right? Or Peter
like
Parker,
Peter?
right?
Exactly. That's like what? Like
So, like,
wait.
if you don't
Like
mind, if we like, we can definitely go on, like, stay on the Miles Morales subject. So, like, because I think I read a comment one time that you said about Miles that you said like you wish Miles was like the darker version of like Peter Parker in a way, and like obviously when I mean darker, I mean like he's more brutal and he's a more dark take as a
yes,
spider.
but I got a different idea. I came up with a different idea though, but I'm gonna save that for the video. But yes, at least something to make him different from Peter. You can't just have the same character again. It was a black. It's boring. It's boring.
I mean, I don't think Miles is a bad character and stuff. I think like because don't get me wrong, I'm getting tired of like a new Spider-Man thing, this and that, when they just reboot it and like, oh, Peter's in high school again, and I'm like, come on, can we at least get to
No, no,
someone in college or him being a young adult and Miles can just be that high school or yeah, just be the high school teenage Spider-Man or something like that, you know?
no. Here's the thing. I don't want another teenage Spider-Man. I just want him to be his own unique character. Otherwise, he might as well use Peter Parker again. I don't want Peter Parker for black. It's dumb. It's dumb and lazy. Brian Michael Bendis is one of the laziest writers I've ever thought of. I mean, great. Like, what the hell?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying I've read all of Michael Bryan Mendez's thing. I mean, I've kept up with the conversation, so I have an idea. Like, I've read some stuff of him from like Ultimate Spider-Man when he did on like Peter and Miles and all that stuff. I know he did like New Avengers, if I'm not mistaken, and that whole plot with Norman Osborn becoming like Iron Patriot and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, he Brian Michael Bendis is also the guy decided to turn Iceman gay.
Yeah,
He
that was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
he also created
And he did
Riri
stuff on like
Williams.
Daredevil and stuff too.
He also created Riri Williams.
Yeah, I know that was pretty dope too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
again,
mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Brian Michael Mendez, like I said, back in the day, like the 2000s, that was probably like where he peaked, and then when he got to like the 2010s and all that, or at least around this time with Ironheart and Gay Iceman and all that, and then
no.
when he
Back in
did
the
the John
2000s,
Kent
I
and Superman, that
I
was terrible.
I'll argue he wouldn't even get back in early 2000s. I mean, I was just born around that time, but me go back and read that stuff. He created a superhero with no positive personality traits at all whatsoever.
Which superhero? Or you're talking
Jessica
about
Jones.
Miles?
Jessica Jones. What about Jessica
Oh,
Jones?
Jessica Jones, she's all right. She's not that bad of a character. Because yeah, I think I remember seeing you like you've talked about how you don't like the Jessica Jones show and all that.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that show, and that had to be one of the worst first episodes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ouch.
I mean, I had like I don't think I've ever seen a first episode as bad as that. This makes me want to kill want to turn not watch the next episode or only watch the next episode see her die.
Well, I don't really entirely feel the same on Jessica Jones like that strongly, but for me, like I mean, season one, it was all right, a little boring and slow in my opinion. But I mean, I gotta appreciate the fact that like Jessica got her payback on like Purple Man, Kilgrave, and all that.
Yeah, but
That's
but keep in mind. Not only do I not like the character either in the show or in the comics, but Purple Man was okay. I gotta explain this. I had my experience with Daredevil was weird. One of the best experience I had reading comics was when I read the old Stan Lee era Silver Age Daredevil comics.
Like the '60s and all
Before,
that, right?
yeah, and one of the issues that I like the most, I like a lot of them. One issue I like the most was the introduction of Purple Man. Was Daredevil issue 4. So that was my
Okay.
first exposure to the character.
All right.
Uh,
I mean,
and he's such a great Daredevil villain in that comic, but uh, but seeing to be turned into that is just
like into like this crazy you know
stalker guy. But
yeah.
but this makes no sense to me. It generally doesn't on so many levels. Like what? He literally turns him into Mandrill for no reason.
So like, what did you like about Purple Man's character back from the Stan Lee era? That's like that doesn't align with today.
Because one, he's actually does what you would think he would do with. Well, he has mind control powers, but he's not just a mind control powers. He's just he's an asshole who will seek
He has
power.
like he has the powers of persuasion, where he'll like basically he tells somebody to do something and they'll do exactly that, but they'll be like self-aware of like what they're doing, but just they can't resist or help themselves, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, he's an asshole who wants power and uses powers to achieve whatever he wants.
Okay.
No, but normally he wants to take over the world. I mean, I think he did that at one point, a couple points in the comics back in the 80s.
I
Try
remember he did
this,
something like that in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero cartoon, where he like
that was
break.
yeah, and then that was actually adapted from a storyline of comics called Emperor Doom, which he did that with Doctor Doom instead of Iron Man though.
Okay, because I would say like, and now I know you don't like Purple Man, Kilgrave inside the Jessica Jones show, but I would say like
Yeah,
honestly, he kind of reminds me a lot. And have you ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
no,
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this villain real quick. It's not really hard. You don't have to do a whole lot of in-depth research.
mm,
But in the fourth season or part 4, there's this villain named Yoshikage Kira. Kira is
yes,
a straight up serial killer, right? He has
mm,
superpowers and everything. He can, if he wanted to, he probably could take over the city if it wasn't full of like stand users and stuff. But the thing is, what people like about Kira as a villain is that he's like a completely normal dude in person, but like low key, he's a serial killer. He likes to go after women. He charms them, takes them on dates.
mm,
Then after that, he kind of just kills the woman and cuts off their hands and stuff and keeps it because he has a little bit of a hand fetish and all that.
mhm, yes,
But when he gets found out, dude ends up like, okay, I got. He changes his face because of powers and all that stuff, and he ends up living with his family and all that stuff inside the same town that he just killed all those people in, right?
mm,
Because it's a habit. He just wants to like do those things.
mm.
He doesn't have great ambitions of wanting to take over the world or anything like that. So that's how I see Purple Man inside Jessica Jones, where he's like, all right, I got enough to be satisfied. I don't need to necessarily take over the world or anything, that kind of thing.
But keep in mind that characterization was created by Brian Michael Bendis. But
Okay.
he got to understand. What we think of him how he is now in that show, that was created by Brian Michael Bendis.
Right.
That's not
But like, and that's not to
because
say that, and it's not to say like that can't work or anything. Because like, for example,
because
like Frank Miller, he revamped like Daredevil and Kingpin and stuff compared to
mm,
like the '60s and all that. And a
I
lot of
know,
people,
I
right?
know, but hear me out. Hear me out though. He basically
Okay.
turned Purple Man into Mandrill.
Okay.
If you don't know, have heard of Mandrill, the character in Marvel
No.
Comics.
Has he ever fought like
Uh,
a villain or something? Or
yes,
not a
he's a
villain,
villain.
another hero?
No, he's a villain.
No, I mean, I know. I'm saying, what hero has he fought?
I think he fought Iron Fist at one point. But he was created back in the 80s.
Okay.
But okay, I gotta explain. He's from Africa. It's a black guy who was black when he was a child.
He was like a
Keep in
C-list.
mind, yeah, he's
Sorry.
a very minor villain. But
Okay.
his stick is that his stick is that okay, since he hit puberty, he's now a monkey now. He's a That's why I call him that.
Okay.
Um, but his power was that he give off pheromones that make women horny, and uses powers to for the obvious,
Okay.
and he just start creepy stalking. He also occasionally does try to take over the world, but he doesn't really care about that.
Okay.
Like he basically I'm surprised Ryan Michael Bendis didn't use Mandrill for that whole Jessica Jones storyline. But
So
that's
like,
basically what Purple Man was in that storyline. He's Mandrill.
for Purple Man though, I mean, I'm not saying he's not purely motivated by like sexual desires or anything. I mean, that's just a
Yeah,
part of it. Like that's just like the cherry on top for him. But it's
but
just like, oh yeah,
no,
continue.
literally everything about that version of Purple Man is Mandrill, but just call him Purple Man.
Okay. I mean, I'm
But
just saying that like for some characters, like like for some characters to like not have like great ambitions on wanting to take over the world and
no,
stuff.
but he does though. But Purple Man does though. That's the thing. He got
Yeah,
rid of
yeah.
that.
I know what you're saying. Like originally he started off wanting to take over the world and then he became more of a just a street level kind of guy that wants to like basically he has his own harem of women that he
That's
filters and all
Mandrill.
that stuff.
Again, that's Mandrill. Again, you make also Mesmer also did that, but then again, mind control violent villains and comics tend to be interchangeable in that way.
Okay. But yeah, but no, Jessica Jones though. I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the show like that. I think it was a little boring, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It was all right. And I did read Alias, and I was like, okay, that's kind of in point. That's on point with Alias and stuff. I mean, not entirely because of reasons. Not all the Avengers and Captain Marvel can't be in the story, but still.
I didn't like the comic book, so I did. So watched the first episode of the TV show before I even read the comic book, and that was terrible. Especially come off of Daredevil, or come off of the first season of Daredevil.
Okay. I mean, I
So
would have at least loved to see like Kilgrave or Purple Man at least fight Daredevil once before killing him off or whatever.
exactly,
That would have been interesting too. But still,
yeah.
I mean, I think things were handled all right with Jessica Jones though.
And Iron Fist is also done poorly because I gotta explain this. Iron Fist in the comics is barely street level. I mean, the show couldn't do anything about with him being Iron Fist. Like
Yeah,
he
it could.
couldn't, he doesn't. The character, this Iron Fist honestly should have been a movie.
Yeah, that would. Well, we all would have preferred that Iron Fist movie to a Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
If I'm going to be
uh,
honest.
they made Shang-Chi into Iron Fist in that movie because Shang-Chi doesn't have any supernatural abilities in the comics. As a matter of fact, Shang-Chi not even important. The Marvel pretty much phased him out after the series because the comic didn't sell well.
Yeah, I definitely bet that.
Then again, yeah, exactly. Then again, Eternals Eternals literally exist just so that they was trying to rehash new guys in Marvel instead of DC.
Yeah, that
And
was just something in the discount bin that they were like, all right, what can we use to make another $1 million? Oh, Eternals. That's it.
no, and that's something that even comic fans don't care about. And in the movie, I didn't even watch the movie. It really looks like a CW show, but 2 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, I actually did see the movie though. I'm glad I didn't pay to go see it though, but I saw it on like Disney Plus because it was just there, and I was like, all right, let me just do my laundry and watch Eternals at the same time and see how this turns out. I know it's not good, but it obviously wasn't.
From a casting and cinematography and storytelling standpoint, from how it looked in the trailers, it literally looked just like a CW TV show, but as a movie somehow.
Nah, even CW shows are better than that. Arrow, Flash. Yeah, I would rather watch that than whatever the Eternals was. I was like, I can't even remember that movie. Just I don't know, just a bunch of immortals or whatever, etc.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Eternals never been good even in the comics, so
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah, but again, what they choose to make movies and TV shows as TV shows now is weird. They made Moon Knight a TV show, but
Yeah, they just before I heard they didn't really get Moon Knight right. And I'm not saying I'm an in-depth like I know Moon Knight like that, but yeah. Even that show wasn't all that.
Yeah,
like
so
honestly,
again,
I only like 2 episodes. Like I actually like 2 episodes, and that was like the last 2 episodes. But the start, yeah, it was terrible, in my opinion.
yeah. So Yeah. So, but again, the stories, I would never have a female character like Jessica Jones, but who just has no positive personality traits.
Well,
Why that character so popular, I don't know.
like Jessica Jones, I got nothing against her, but to be honest with you, I think, and I don't get me wrong, I really like the actress that plays as Jessica Jones because she's hilarious. But yeah, Jessica Jones, she's like that down to earth, sassy, but like obviously, she's an alcoholic and so on and so forth. She got a lot of stuff going on, lost her family, she's been sexually abused, etc. That kind of thing. And then she works as a PI and all that stuff, or and like that's her hero thing basically.
Mm. But no, yeah, but yeah. Another thing that pissed me off about the Purple Man thing is that Daredevil has quite a small roles gallery, especially compared to somebody like Spider Man. So moving one's villains away to just, I mean, it's dumb on multiple levels.
Yeah, Daredevil, he doesn't really have too many villains like that, or at least notable ones like that. But I would
Mm.
say like probably some of the more notable ones, obviously that being Kingpin, Bullseye, Owl, or something. Even
Owl,
Owl.
no, they replaced the Owl with Kingpin because Owl was never that good to begin with. It was just a Penguin ripoff.
Okay. I mean, like
So
but Kingpin. I mean, him and Daredevil's rivalry is actually pretty good though.
no, I know, but Daredevil, Bullseye, and he also we also had some other pretty good villains. Just they don't, because I know people make fun of Steelman, but that's mostly because of the name.
Yeah.
Because you ever played Dishonored?
No, I never really played Dishonored.
Uh,
But yeah, but you can still tell me about it though.
there's the enemies in this game called the Tall Boys. Nobody
Okay.
ever made fun. The same concept of Stiltman, this exosuit with long legs on it. Nobody made fun of them, but that's because it's a video game and you guys take it seriously, especially from a first person perspective.
Then of
So,
course there's also like the hand that Daredevil fights as well.
but the hand aren't really characters. Yeah, they're not like Hydra.
Yeah, it's
But
like a full on organization, but the leaders can vary. Like Kingpin could be running it, Elektra could be running it, etc.
yeah, the hand's not yeah, hand was never really meant to be main antagonist because there's no figurehead. Like there's
Like
no Raz
nobody,
Al Ghul
like
or Red
nobody
Skull.
definite or something, or like a Silver Samurai.
Yeah. Nobody definitely exactly. So we don't really care. There's no shredder there. No, with us. They can give it down.
Right.
So so we just don't care. So we just don't care. Don't care. But again, it's very hard to work with. Yeah, but I don't like, but the thing is, I don't know how to make my characters marketable because I have to sexualize female characters and make it marketable. My
Well,
original plan was, I told you we make this book called Pussy, Loaded Pussy,
yeah,
about
I definitely remember that from
and
the last stream, right? With you and Trey McKell and Dazzling Kate and Anime and all,
yeah,
and
I
Ruby
was
King.
gonna, I was
Yeah,
gonna, and the top book was gonna be about this character called named Richard Taylor, who's a police corporal who gets goofy mud dumped on his lap, and they sentenced in a police captivity by police custody by this character called Pussy Catnip, um who's a cat sexy cat girl, and the entire joke and the entire the book is going to be about Richard Taylor think that Gryffindor is responsible for a series of child murders, and he has to figure out the truth, the underlying truth, what's going on,
okay,
and then realize that Pussy was lying to him this entire time.
all right. Because I definitely remember
So
like because I was just like kind of sort of like rewatching that stream earlier before I came to this one, or
mm,
started this one a couple of hours
mm,
ago. So like you were talking about like killing off pussy catnip, which sorry, no offense to you, but I wouldn't really name a cat girl that, if to be honest. But
The first of all, it's not even my creation. It's a public domain character.
oh yeah, I know.
Hey,
It's
I'm
public
redesigning.
domain.
I'm
Yeah.
redesigning.
Oh yeah, I know. It's public domain and stuff. But I was just saying, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to lead with that idea. But that's just me, though. That's just me. But
But
anyways, but you were talking about like killing off pussy catnip in favor of like kind of backdooring Goofanoid and stuff into your
yeah,
story. Right.
yeah. And the twist at the end was that Pussycat and it was actually evil the entire time. It was working for the bad guy.
Now, here's the thing. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea, and like, because you definitely remember the whole what is that man's name, Kevin Smith, and that situation with He Man,
Yeah,
where
but
basically with Master of the Universe they like killed off He Man and then made Tila like literally in the first episode, and this was even like Clownfish TV even pointing that out. It was like, yeah, they we just heard leaks about He Man dying in the first episode and Tila being the main character, and ever since everybody
how's
hates
that?
it.
How's that the same situation though? How's that the same situation? I mean, the twist at the end of the story is that Pussycat was evil the entire time.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's like, but if like you have the character as like the main character and stuff, it's like, okay, I came to
I
learn
mean,
more about this character, want to see why, I want to root for her and stuff like that,
no,
only for her to turn out to be like the villain, and she dies in the end, and I'm like, well, that just killed whatever hopes I have about this comic, you know. But
why? Why would it? Can
but it
you
kind of
explain
reminds
further?
me. But it kind of reminds me. No, I was saying like it reminds me a lot of like the Master Universe situation. You know, now Kevin Smith's trying to get people to watch like the season 3 or whatever, which people are checked out because they made
The show's still going?
yeah, they're trying to go on
But I did.
a new season next year actually.
No, I mean, so it's still going. But here's the thing: we don't know much. Of, uh, what is having Pussycat Nip be the main selling point of the book, and then having revealed be evil at the end? The stupid idea. What? Stupid idea
No,
or something?
yeah, I just don't think it's a good idea though. It's like, you know, like how do I put this? So, what's an idea? I'm gonna make Jesus. I don't even have an idea. Let me say I make Naruto, right? Just hypothetical. I make Naruto. They're like, who's this character? And then by the end of the story, oh, he's the villain of the story. Like, no, like, nah. I came to learn more about him and like see, you know, root for him and his dreams and all that stuff, only for him to turn out to be the bad guy. And then they take
No,
him down.
yeah, yeah. That was the stick. We learned more about her. And they revealed that she was actually evil the entire time.
Okay.
Saying it, and she framed Gryffindor for her boss's crimes.
Okay. I mean, and then also like the thing too about like because Pussycat is also supposed to be the protagonist, right?
Well, she's the one doing the action, but the story is told from the perspective of Richard for the most part.
So is she like the protagonist, the deuteragonist, meaning you know the secondary protagonist,
Yeah,
or
she's just
okay,
secondary.
okay. So as a just a protag in the protagonist position in general, whether protagonist, deuteragonist, or the tritagonist, you always kind of get like what that person is going through and what they're experiencing. So like for example, what's something that we both watch? Um, The Boys, right? We have Huey and we got what's that girl's name?
Starlight,
Yes,
Annie.
Starlight. I won't say lightweight. Starlight, right? So we get Huey's perspective of the boys with Billy and all of them, and then you also have Starlight's point of view from the Seven, where we see how she's like, "Oh, this is what the Seven's like behind the scenes and off camera, basically." So it would be like, okay, well, in the end of the boys, Starlight's the villain. Like what? Not Homelander.
But that wouldn't make any sense because you know everything about Starlight. We
Exactly.
but we don't know anything about Pussycat. Even in the story I'm in, we don't know anything about her about her. I mean, the main characters. What Richard doesn't know, we always don't know.
Right. But you follow her perspective though, and she's kind of learning things
No, we
as
don't.
like as the
No,
audience.
she shows up a lot, but we don't know anything about her. Anything that Richard doesn't know, we don't know.
Okay. So how far are you? Well, do you watch My Hero Academia? Because I think I've heard you say you've like seen it before.
I got bored part way, but I got bored not long after they be all for one.
After All Might defeat, after he like lost his powers and defeated All for One and all that.
Yeah, they went part way into a new training arc, but I got bored because
Okay.
it was just another excuse to introduce a whole bunch of new characters when they hadn't done much with the pre-existing characters yet. So
All
I
right.
just got bored.
All right. I'm gonna throw you this little thing real quick. So basically, do you know about like the trader and all that stuff with My Hero Academia?
No, because I ain't watched past that. I ain't watched for enough, and nor do I care because again I lost interest.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna explain it real quick. It's not like you don't gotta watch all these like 100 episodes or whatever. So in UA, there's been a trader who's been like kind of telling other people like the League of Villains of like their location and everything. That's why the League of Villains knew where to find All Might during the training arc or whatever in the first season, and also the little training camp where everybody got attacked. So a lot of people were kind of theorizing of who the traitor was. Was it like a student? Was it a teacher? Who was the traitor? Right. I'm not going to tell you the traitor if you don't want to be spoiled, but
Yeah, Invisible Girl.
no, it wasn't her. But anyways, the traitor, like a lot of people were like possibly thinking, oh, is it Deku? Is he the traitor? Like, why
Of
would
course
it be
not.
Deku?
He's the main protagonist. Of
Exactly.
course not. We know everything about him.
That's what I'm saying. That would be like Pussy Catnip.
But we don't. But yeah, but we don't know anything about her. We know everything about Richard, but not because story is following Richard.
Okay. Just
Like
okay. So like she start. Okay. So I'll say it like this. So basically, like Pussy Catnip is like obviously being that second position. She's only pretending to be like the assistant kind of girl to the actual main protagonist of the story, and then it's
yes,
revealed later that she screwed him over.
yes,
Okay,
that's
gotcha. All right.
yes. But people still be pissed off though, probably, right? So you're saying that people still be pissed off?
In a way, I mean, if you title it "Pussy Catnip" or whatever, yeah, I'm sure, because that would be like having Scooby Doo, and then the villain in the show is Scooby Doo or somebody in the Mystery Incorporated gang, like Fred, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy, or even Scrappy. Well, actually, no, people don't care about Scrappy like that, but you know.
But but people still be pissed off because uh and they don't care how well a story is told. They still be pissed off.
I guess it depends, but imagine like you make a likable character. Actually, I got it. So, you ever heard of Sly Cooper?
Yeah, I heard Sly Cooper. I never played the games because they're on the PlayStation.
Okay, I've only played the first three games, but I already know something happens in the fourth game with this one character named Penelope. So in the third game, Penelope is like a new addition, like she's a new member, part of the Cooper gang, right? And she gets along with everybody. She end up like dating one of the guys and stuff like that, and she's a cool character. Then the fourth game, and again, I haven't played the fourth game myself, and I don't know the entire story. But from what I heard, basically they introduced her to be the main villain and all that stuff or whatever, and that basically she screwed over and she was using the Cooper gang or whatever to further her own needs. And from what I heard, I think a lot of fans did not like that plot line. And Sly Cooper 4 is like to this day probably one of the worst Sly Cooper games I've ever heard about, or that is definitely not received well to this day because of that. Well, or that's one of the things, but yeah.
Like so, pulling a twist like that is always going to be terrible.
Yeah, I guess. Like, if you like, how do I put this? If you introduce like a character that just so happened to be like, well, a little distant or something, but you know, yeah. But that's just my take on it, though.
So, having one of the protagonists be real to be the villain the whole time is just the and people don't like twists like that. So okay,
And plus, your story is supposed to be like a mystery, and you also said you wanted to like have it be like, kind of like a Aichi kind of thing too, for like furries.
well, at least the marketing. Then we actually read the book, it's something else. The the covers. That's it.
Okay. So, by the way, so this is also something else I low key because like I said, I mean, I seen you around and stuff and all that, and I see like you have a lot of stuff. So, you talk about doing things that you don't want to do and all that stuff versus like doing the things you kind of want to do. So, like, what's up with that?
Well, the kind of reason why Loaded Pussy exists is because I was trying to make that book was because nobody wants to buy Goofy as is, so I just gotta hide it behind Loaded Pussy Catnip, who's like because and then have it always be an ad for Goofy. This is be a secret ad for Goofy.
Okay.
Then it was gonna be that Richard realized that Pussy was lying to him. She was actually evil. She's actually evil the entire time. That Goofy was innocent, actually innocent. Um,
Oh wait, and what's the name of the actual main character of the story again?
Richard, uh,
Okay. I was gonna say, why don't you just title it the name of the actual main character versus it being Pussy Catnip?
Richard Taylor, but anyways, he realized and then anyways and Goofanoid at Goof and he realized Goofanoid is innocent. So Richard by himself goes to confront Pussy. They fight. He kills her, and and then he comes back to police station, and then found out that Goofanoid broke out police custody off panel.
Okay.
That's how the book was doing it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, no, but I'm saying though, like, why do you want to create the things that you don't want to create and stuff versus the things you do? Because stuff like,
Look, I don't want to create Captain Sarah. Whole prostitute possessed by angel. I scrap that idea.
okay, I mean,
I
because yeah, I definitely do remember that being brought up on that stream too about the prostitute angel saying like that was like a concept you had, but you kind of like scrapped it and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because like I said, I mean, I'm not really all big on like making a prostitute superhero myself, but not saying you have to do that because again, it's all on you. This is all like what do what you have to do. But I would just say like honestly, I think you should just probably just focus on like one thing and all that. If you don't like to sexualize characters or whatever, then you don't necessarily have to do it and all that. But like I said, I would just say like try to reach out to like like big time like artists or something, or like if you ever come into like the money and all that, that way people will be like more on the radar for your stuff.
Mm, yeah, but I was already was going to do that. At least, yeah. I was, but big time. What do you mean by big time artist?
So like if there's like an artist that gets like some kind of like he gets like let's say decent like not decent revenue, he gets a decent amount of likes and stuff on his like stuff, like he can just put out anything and people automatically like it. um just try to get him to draw one of your stuff like on DeviantArt or something, and bam, more
Okay,
people will probably check out your stuff. That's also
okay,
my plan too, to try something like that with one of my stuff, but yeah.
okay. Got it. Okay, got it. But most artists don't get that. Yeah. So uh, another thing is another thing is what I will tell you about this project that does advertise this project working on this video game is that it does advertise the Weinstein family who are Goofanoid villains,
Okay.
uh, but which is a bunch like the Adams family or something.
All right. So like for your
Uh,
video game though, yeah, like I said, you're writing down your ideas. You're gonna do it on Blender. You're gonna put it on like Steam or something and just see how well it does. And like you're gonna do your own kind of let's plays and have other people do other let's plays and stuff to kind of like
I'm
make it
not
more
gonna do my own
popular.
Let's Plays. I'm gonna have other people do it.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
we'll advertise the Weinstein family. Is this a good idea of marketing strategy? The advertising these characters who later become villains to Goofanoid, or just because
Okay.
Goofanoid gets also Goofanoid himself also gets teased this game. There's gonna be lots of, but um but is that a good strategy or what?
Um,
Is that
I'm not sure. I mean, if you get other people to check, like other people to check out your stuff and all that, and then they put you on the spot,
mm,
I think that would be a good way of doing it. I haven't really put this to test myself, but I'm planning to do that at least sometime this month. When it comes to some of my things, but
but
I was gonna say that another question I also has is like, so why do you like create things out of spite? Like you like is like, all right, I'm gonna write this story where I'm gonna kill this character because I don't like this character from this anime, like Dragon's Maid or whatever.
yeah, because that's usually all I have to write with, or Spice usually all I have to write with because nobody wants anything I want to tell a story about. I actually want to tell stories about, so I just create these spike stories.
Okay, is
Like
it
I
like
want need to.
are you doing it as like a hobby or are you doing it like a as if like it's a business kind of thing where you're like, okay,
Uh, what do you mean by that? Like a hobby
so,
or the business thing? What do you mean?
so like as a hobby, like are you just like writing that I'm gonna like these stories about like your characters killing certain types of like or like certain parodies of these characters and stuff, and then like is that just like a hobby, like you're just doing it for free, or are you just doing it like, okay, if you want to check out the story, check out my coffee, you could be like a beta reader, that kind of thing, or my Patreon or something like that.
As a hobby, as a hobby.
Okay.
But there's going to be a story arc in Tiger Man where they have dragon maids, um, but he kills them. Uh, that like I was going to throw in a lot of stuff in that storyline. Let's go the Castle of Sin Dragons. There's going to be the there's going to be interspecies reveals. I was going to throw that in there as well in that same
Okay.
storyline. But
So is it like so is it just based off like Dragon Maid as like entirely like in terms of like world building, or is it like going to be like based off of like something that you might have found from a myth, or is this something that you came up
no,
yourself
it's
with?
based off Dragon Maid. No, it's based
Okay.
off Dragon Maid. That one's it's based off Dragon Maid.
I mean, yeah, I know the characters are, but I mean like the world building, like as in like, oh, this is the logic of this universe, and this is how these characters operate, or not these characters, but my bad, their world that they inhabit is like this.
No,
Like,
not the world they inhabit, but these characters. He just yeah, just based off Dragon Maid. And it's gonna have Dragon Man kill them. Um,
okay,
so but
okay.
the the yeah, I actually thought Dragon Maid was cringe. I did not find it funny at all.
Uh, I mean, I wouldn't say
So
like Dragon's Maid had me in stitches because I just watched it not too long ago. Actually, this is probably one of the animes I watched. I think this year, but yeah, Dragon's Maid though. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I found it kind of a little relatable in a sense. Or okay, I can get behind these, or I like these characters, but it wasn't like oh ha ha funny like oh this got me in stitches and stuff. But
but
some of it I was like all right,
but I didn't like the characters either. It's kind of seemed annoying a lot of time.
oh,
Both for Japanese dub and English dub. It didn't change.
I
Uh,
didn't watch too much of the English dub stuff, but I mainly watch Japanese subtitles and stuff nowadays.
yeah, but
Um,
the both is just not good. So 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 I create yeah. Also, I threw a bit of interspecies reviews in there as well, although not the main focus.
like dragon human type of hybrids, right?
Yeah, the dragons are turned to humans and they horny for
Oh,
humans,
that's a lot. But
but
yeah,
they,
so
that
like,
is-
so what are some of the reasons you don't like about the characters from Dragon Maid? Because I guess you don't like Toru and stuff, or Kana, or
yeah,
yeah, or Lu, yeah.
Toru Kana and Lukua. These characters they aren't it's just not funny. It's oftentimes painful. Mostly the way it's executed. Toru is an annoying character. I'll be honest. It's a very unfunny character. It's kind of uh uh I think Smithers is actually more funny than Toru, but that's only because he's more chilled out. Well, more
Kind of,
people will just
kind of Lukua for me, they're okay and stuff. I mean, I never really had a problem with them. Toru though, for me at first, I wasn't like a huge fan. I was like, wow, you really gonna talk down the human race like that? But over time, as she like developed as a character and stuff, and started getting along with other people, I started being like, okay, I like Toru. She's nice now,
uh
or
uh
whatever, you know.
but yeah, but she's kind of like a. I mean, I actually thought. Remember, I said I actually thought her main joke is technically the same as Smithers from The Simpsons, but
Oh
unlike
yeah, like how he's into Mr. Burns and all that stuff, but for Toru's
yeah,
case, she's into Miss Kobayashi.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
but it's so much less funny because less funny. But I'm like, and these jokes are so much less funny because it's just the typical anime sex quote unquote jokes.
Yeah.
That's not. It's not actually funny. Just whatever. So I'm just bored. Like, she licked her clothes. Okay, these jokes aren't funny. It's just really creepy.
Do you ever
Uh,
watch any animes that are like comedies or anything? Or like,
well, I did
or what anime like do you find like hilarious and stuff? You know, like a comedy,
no, no.
like none at all.
The closest I got get was I think about two ecchi anime, but that's about it. Most of the ecchi anime aren't even funny. But the two only thing about two ecchi anime I've seen that are actually funny.
Yeah. I mean, for
But
me, like when it comes to like comedy and stuff, I think of something like you already know Rumiko Takahashi and stuff, creator of Inuyasha.
yeah, I mean, I only watched one anime of her that was Mermaid Saga.
Oh,
Uh,
I never saw that, but like Rumiko, she used to do like back in like the 80s and 90s. She used to do like a lot of romantic
mm,
comedies and stuff like Yurusei Yatsura,
mm,
My Scene Gaku. I just got finished watching that.
mm.
I'm not sure if you ever heard of Ramna and a Half, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
That's
heard of that. Everyone's
yeah,
heard of that.
right. Yeah, like
But
to
here's
me, those are hilarious.
yeah, again, like it just I've pointed this out before, but Rick and Morty actually did dragon sex jokes that are funnier than Dragon Maids. I mean, you see that Rick and Morty episode that had the horny dragons? I actually thought that was funny, but Dragon Maids wasn't.
I'm trying to
But
like I do like yeah, I've seen all the episodes. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen all the episodes from season 7 yet, but I know which episode you're talking about though. Um, I've seen it once, but vaguely though. I remember it.
but no, but his thing though, what made that funny is how unexpected it came up because because uh because like they always just threw for a loop like when I saw the wizard was whipping the dragon goes slut dragon like 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 I wouldn't even guess that what even happened for the setup.
Yeah.
Like I think like she probably for a look. This happened. What the problem was, Dragon Maid became predictable way too fast. Like, oh, she tries to feed her tail. Okay, it wasn't funny the first time. I mean,
Or
if you
she
actually
tries to
ate the tail,
find ways to do it or whatever. She'll try to like be like, all right, I'm gonna put it in her soup and she won't notice. And Miss Kobayashi's like,
no, no,
I know
no,
you
no,
put it
no,
in
no.
there.
No, I mean, it would have been funny if she actually ate the tail and then realized and then realized and then grew up or something. That would actually been funny, but they didn't want to do that. Uh,
I mean, I'm not against it though. I mean, I'm just like, oh, yeah.
but,
But
uh,
yeah, I mean, the Dragons Maid. I don't really go to it too much for like the comedy though. But I do like the characters though. I think they're all
I,
interesting in their ways.
Now I don't like the characters either. I mean, just most of the soldiers just seem weird for no reason. I mean, we got Kana. She's a lot of jokes revolve around her. Sakara wanted to get into her pants, and
Because she's
super obvious.
like a little girl and all that stuff.
like these, like okay, these jokes could have been funny if executed better than this. Um, I mean,
Or like,
some of my
what about that one joke when basically they're like, oh yeah, Toru and Connor are gonna go play, and they were like gonna fight and stuff and almost destroy like the planet or something like that, or the country because of that. And then this Kobe was just like, yeah, nah, we're not doing all that. That was kind of funny to me.
no, like these jokes aren't funny, but it's a comedy anime. So if it's not funny, why I'm watching it? I didn't even watch
Right.
all the show. So kind of like how they like these jokes aren't really funny. They could be if executed differently, but but it's not. Like it's not. I've seen this might sound messed up, but I've seen other anime where I think was somewhat sexual switch between children that has been funnier than that. So,
Um, yeah. So
but
like,
the- but
you
the-
don't
but
mind at least giving like a quick little example, real quick?
uh uh I mean, I've seen this anime I watched about called Miss Caretaker about this little shoulder who wants little boy who wants to have sex with his maid son.
You talking about
Uh
some Dragon Ball?
no, that's no a whole nother anime.
Oh, okay, okay.
Actually, I actually kind of thought it was funny. Some that like the he has a harem of different girls want to have but they flirt with him. But at the same time, I actually thought some of the jokes were more creative than just what Dragon Maze did.
Okay.
Uh, so like this is bland. Like this isn't much of a reaction to there's nothing to make this funny because a lot of comedy comes from misery. But what's the joke here? The Sakara wants to bang Kana. Okay, what? He's not against it. So what's the joke? What is the joke here? I mean, I don't even get what joke even is.
Right. So
Uh,
what was I gonna say? So as far as your channel goes, I was gonna say like, have you ever thought about like just like putting like tags, and what I mean like tags, I mean like hashtags and like your on like your videos and like you know creating some type of like thumbnail that would definitely get like a lot of people's attentions for like your video.
um, I've tried that occasionally, but I don't. But I don't really. I don't really care anymore. I mean,
Okay.
I do make thumbnails sometimes use for my live streams, but not let's play. I'm doing less plays primarily right now.
Right. Like,
But
are you trying to like gain like more views, or are you just like putting out just to like, all right, well, this is
I'm
just
just
here
putting
and
out a
there.
bunch of stuff and pushing out a bunch of stuff and then just gain views. Um, um, I'm going after I finish my first you see my new channel or seen content on there like the actual
Yeah,
content.
I haven't seen all your videos, but yeah, I've seen your stuff on there. Like you do like let's plays and all that.
I'm gonna do one of Fallout New Vegas after I finish my first playthrough.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
you
but yeah.
you ever played that game or heard of it?
No, I usually I play like fighting games or platformers and stuff like that, like a Street Fighter, Sonic, etc.
Yeah,
That's more
because
something I see.
Morrowind and Fallout New Vegas is the only really action RPGs I actually like. That was actually good. They're actually good because I don't like the direction Elder Scrolls went after Morrowind. Uh,
Okay.
well, Oblivion and Skyrim. I never played Skyrim. I played Oblivion and it was boring. But
All right.
no, the type of action RPG games. If you don't, you've probably played at least one before, right?
Play which one?
Action RPG games. You probably at least played one before, right?
Probably like a well, I currently I'm playing Final Fantasy. That count?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like Final Fantasy. I definitely play Pokemon and all that,
yeah. But yeah,
or like
yeah,
Legend of Zelda. Yeah, definitely.
but the reason what I like about these Western RPG games that I love is that I can express my creativity through the game, so I can like because you can create your own character and whatnot. and with different skills and abilities.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
that yeah, but 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 uh but what I was back what I was saying about Dragon Maids. Another and what's also not. I mean, look, a lot of these jokes don't have a punchline. I realize. I watched I watched some of the show, and a lot of these jokes in Dragon Maids don't have a punchline, or don't have a setup,
What do you
or a
think of
punchline.
what do you think of the character designs for Dragon Maid?
It's okay, not
Okay.
terrible. I mean, most of them have giant boobs, but that's not really a problem.
Right.
Um, but like for example, I remember this. I still remember how badly this joke was done in Dragon Maid. You know how the noisy neighbors joke, in which they
Oh yeah,
just
yeah. I know what
started.
you're talking
They started with the cooking lady, and then ended with the rock star guy. Like that's how it's supposed to go. You're
Yeah.
supposed to start with the rock star guy and end with the cooking lady. You
Uh,
got it backwards.
I
You
mean,
literally got the order.
sometimes comedy. Not to say that it is objective, but I was gonna say like sometimes with comedy, for me, I would say like I like something that just is like you just wouldn't expect it coming or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're not. But in order to escalate this, you're supposed to escalate the absurdity. You're not supposed to de-escalate the absurdity. Like this doesn't. This doesn't. Wait, you got it backwards. Like you got it backwards. I'm like it's like what? I'm like I don't get these shows. I don't get these shows. Like I don't
Sure.
like these anime. But the anime I like, you from most of which you've probably never seen. I mean, do you remember what I
Yeah.
said my favorite anime is?
Monster and Made in the Abyss, right?
Uh, yeah, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like I said, I never seen the original.
Yeah, for
Uh,
me, I mean, you know me, I like a few like some mainstream anime, but I'm pretty sure. Have you ever heard of Slayers?
heard of, but I don't know what it's about though.
Like, there's a sorceress girl, swordsman, and all that. It's kind of like a JRPG, but just as an anime, basically.
Uh, I hope it's not boring because if you don't know, okay, I hate isekai.
Oh well, I'm not sure whether they're called an isekai. I'm still a little bit new to like the title isekai because it's like basically somebody in a different world, right? Like
But the problem with isekai, they all pretty much interchangeable.
Slayers is probably my favorite anime because it's like very unique in its own way and
Mm,
stuff.
yeah,
I like, trust me, I love the comedy in that show where it's like, yeah, I knew that I know the joke, but it's still hilarious to watch like 20 times over or something like that. But yeah,
but if yeah, but yeah, you seen Made in Abyss, by the way.
no, haven't really. I didn't probably hear about it until I guess I saw like something from your channel that you brought it up about Made It to the Abyss.
Yeah, Made in Abyss
Yeah.
it has 2 seasons currently. I mean, the manga is still going, and the anime has caught up to the manga, so it's on hiatus till the manga, the next story arc, and the manga gets done.
Okay, makes sense.
But I love the show. Right? You got it. You got to understand. You gotta understand this. Um you probably heard about it, right?
Yeah,
Right?
like I mean, like I said, I heard about it, and I think I
Yeah, you
saw
know
that
what?
one character that I think she was like moth like or something, or she was like a little girl with hair
Fat,
all over.
yeah, Fat Futa.
Yeah,
Uh, he's yeah.
yeah.
So that's season 2. I mean, I still don't know how to feel about that character yet because the season 2 ending didn't seem great. I'm still confused how they ended that story off.
Okay.
First season,
Is there any
yeah, first
current animes that you're watching at the moment?
not yet, but the most recent anime I watched that I actually all the way through I liked was My Home Hero.
My Home
Was
Hero.
some dad he had a college age daughter. Her boyfriend's beating her up, So he stalks the boyfriend. And it turns out he's a Yakuza guy. He kills him, but now the rest of Yakuza is going to have his head. So he has to cover up the murder, hide that murder from the Yakuza. Um, and play mind games to keep Yakuza from killing him.
Okay. What else would I want to ask? Well, yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, as far as anime goes, I just finished up one anime. Now I'm on to, I'm pretty sure you've heard of this one, but Uzaki-chan.
Okay, I'm not interested.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I just started
uh,
watching just the first episode though. I'm like, yeah, it's
uh,
actually pretty
okay,
interesting.
okay.
Well, for me at
And
least.
before my home hero, I watched this was really good for the most part. It had some flaws towards the end. I watched Ranking of Kings, which is an anime, but it's not trying to be an anime. I mean, the animation style don't even look Japanese. Uh, it's it's about you heard that one?
No.
It's about a little deaf boy who's is a prince of fairy tale kingdom, who's a little deaf boy, and um and and his father's a giant apparently, but he's malnourished. There's a reason for it. There's a reason he's so small, but not gonna spoil that. And he has to become a great warrior because his dad passes away. Um, and he got excommunicated from the throne because he's deafness. He can't hear.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any plans on doing any like which I know you're saying you're just like putting out stuff just because, but I was going to say like do you plan on doing any anime reviews or anything?
Yeah, I do that as live streams.
Okay.
I upload all the old live streams, anime review live streams I've done on my live stream. You look it up my live channel about my videos.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of this stuff on your like playlist and all that. So,
Mm.
yeah. But I would just say like honestly, like in my opinion, I think you should probably like and this is just a suggestion, but I was saying like you should probably like title it in a way like depends and like cuz if you just title it main like for example main into the abyss review, I don't think like a whole lot of people are going to like check it out unless well, maybe cuz it's like a little obscure, right? The anime. Like it's like
But
not a lot of people know
is it
about it.
obscure because is it obscure because he got a video game recently that made lots of money, made around one money, right? I mean, is it obscure? Like,
Well, I'm
like
not sure, but that's what I was asking. I was like, is it a little obscure?
oh,
Because if it were, I think more people would check it out or something, or not more people, but let me rephrase that. It would definitely be able to like people will search it up because I
yeah.
remember on your last channel. I mean, yeah, on your last channel, you did something like a Harley Quinn review on the show and all that,
Mm.
and I think you titled it like a Harley Quinn review, and I'm like, yeah, but then there's like a lot of other people that would probably do something like call it the Harley Quinn review.
Okay. Yeah. I did not like the Harley Quinn show. If you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was like, well, when I first saw it, it was kind of average, but it was like, yeah, this is just DC Comics, but just as Family Guy, basically. And then I
Yeah,
kind of dropped off after
yeah,
season two. I was like, all right, I'm done here.
yeah. But here's the thing: the characters aren't even really the characters from the comics at all. They're not even making fun of the aspects of the characters from the comics. They literally make it a whole new character and make it fun of it.
Yeah, like
Like,
personally myself, like I kind of just view the whole thing like, yeah, this is basically just Harley Quinn's entire perspective of everybody as like
but
as what they are versus this being the actual character.
it
That's just me.
makes no sense. Like for example, Bane isn't Bane. For example, when we see Bane, he's an idiot, which doesn't match his comics counterpart at all.
Yeah,
But
because
like,
Bane, like do like reads a lot of books and stuff like that. He's like really intelligent on top of being strong.
the only
And
reason
yeah,
why he's strong is because he's a steroid addict.
yeah, because he
No,
took the venom and all that stuff.
yeah, which is a fictional performance enhancer that works exactly like real life performance enhancers, except it's just changed the name. But
Yeah, and it's like
the joke should be he's a steroid addict. That should be the joke, but it's not.
oh
But and then like this obvious jokes just miss, and then like for example, another example is uh they made King Shark super smart wimp, a super smart wimp, which is what? What?
Yeah.
And like Poison Ivy isn't doesn't like being sexy. What? What's did you need Lily?
I don't understand why she's wearing like a leather jacket on top of her ivy green leaf pants or whatever. It's dumb. I know.
No. She doesn't know. No, the joke is that she one part of her characterization that she doesn't like being sexy. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
that or she's
this is
more so like a try hard or something like that, like trying to be like,
no,
oh, she's cool. Oh no,
no.
I mean I'm
She
saying
does.
that's how
She
how
doesn't.
I
No,
like
she
perceive
doesn't
her.
like being sexy, like
Oh yeah, I
at
know, I
all.
know, I know.
Like I'm
That's probably like
wait,
the showrunners' way of like kind of inserting that in or whatever. That she doesn't use her
like,
charms to her advantage, like she did in the comics.
no. She doesn't. No. She does have pheromone powers, but she doesn't like the pheromone powers. Like what? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, like this is what? There's so much this here is just wrong. And like Damian Wayne, this show acts like a regular kid. What?
yeah.
Like what? Wait, what's the joke? With the main stick of Damian Wayne is that he's a crazy, he's a crazy Robin.
I wouldn't say like crazy Robin, but more so like he's
The
trying to be
violent.
like he's like a try hard trying to be like I'm Batman, but he's like a kid still kind of thing. Or like,
Yes,
yeah, you know what I'm talking
but
about.
they don't do that at all in the show. At all. He's just like a little kid. They treat him like he's like a regular Robin, like he's Tim Drake's son. Like
Well,
what?
I wouldn't say like Tim Drake, but yeah, but I know what you're talking about. You know,
Like what?
like I'm
Uh,
wearing my
uh,
daddy's clothes now, that
like
kind of
that's
thing. Again,
like
I
that
think they made
that's
him like
not
a dictator or something like that in the future, or whatever.
like that's not how Damien acts. Like these characters are all wrong for the well. It's not even like you're not making fun of the actual characters. You're making new characters and just calling them names of old characters.
Yeah,
Like what? But another anime I like that I watched recently was I Taxi. But um, you ever heard of I Taxi?
I Taxi. No, I never heard of it.
I Yeah. But again, the anime I like is very not mainstream. That's the thing. Like I mean, the most mainstream one probably is Full Metal Alchemist and Made the Abyss, but Made the Abyss you never heard of. But I'm so weird out why people don't watch that show. Like it's amazing. To me, it's
Uh,
amazing, but
yeah, I'm not
but
sure, but yeah, but
but
Full
but
Metal Alchemist, though, of course, you know, I definitely love the philosophy and everything, and of course, you know, the characters in there are awesome. Even like
but
you know, like I said, it's made by a woman and stuff, and even there, like and like I said, like I was trying to say earlier, like the characters, like you know, like characters that get sexualized a lot. So that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, you probably like maybe like for the best, you might like manga artists that are just females because they don't usually sexualize their characters like you know like that. They'll just be cute or something.
not yeah, not necessarily them either. But Made the Abyss. If you don't know what that's about, you know what it's about. At least the very basic concept for that.
But yeah, I might check it out later, Bill, or something. I mean, probably not tonight, obviously, but
Yeah.
some other time, I guess. Whenever I just feel like, all right, well, maybe it's time for me to watch Made in the Abyss.
Okay. Okay. But the premise of that is that there's a magical cursed pit chasm, and if you try to go up, you get sick, and effects get worse as deep you go. And man, I love the two main characters, two leads, which are Rico and Reg. These two little kids. One's a human, and one's a cyborg, or who's immune to the curse. And as they go try to go down to the pit to find Rico's mother.
Okay.
But
So, but yeah, but that's all I pretty much wanted to talk to you about and stuff. I wanted to
mhm.
like just get some updates on like what you're doing for your comic book stuff, your indie stuff, or whatever. Um,
I'm there's probably not gonna be anything from you're not gonna hear anything about my universe anytime soon
okay.
because it takes a long time for these things, especially for me.
Well,
I,
I
I,
would just say
I,
like I mean, if you had like a body of work to like show to people and stuff, I think yeah, definitely people would definitely feel more like inclined to want to check it out and all that
okay,
stuff, you
okay,
know.
okay. I'm thinking about doing monster designs and putting it on Subscribe Star, but I don't know how many people will pay for that. I mean, I can have weird aliens from my comic universe that I can show off. Yeah, probably model very easily. But would anybody pay to see that?
Yeah. And I'm not saying like again, you don't have to like always like sexualize your characters this and that. Even though I know you don't like it per se. I mean, me, I'm like it's whatever. I definitely would like yeah, because I'm an artist myself, so I definitely will do that.
Yeah, but
But
lot of this is due to me reading a terrible hentai that everyone said told a good story. At least ever did.
yeah, I mean, again, you don't have to like necessarily like have to like yeah hentai or whatever for like for something to be like sexy or whatever or associated with sexy. But yeah,
Yeah,
well,
again, I read a terrible hentai that everyone said was just an etchy manga that told a great story. So
was that the one
I
you were
don't.
talking about that was like a light novel or something like that? It was like
No,
something about incest.
it wasn't a light novel. It was a manga.
Okay, and something about like an incest or whatever,
Y-
and
Well,
the daughter
she
and the
has
mom or something like that.
yeah. She also had sex, get gang banged by the preteen boys in the alleyway and preteen boys and stuff,
Okay,
and she also has sex with villains all the time. It's just
yeah, that stuff sounds more like hentai if anything, in my opinion. But if
well,
that's
there,
like
but
yeah, because there's no way like in a like yeah no.
and yes, he's and sex with villains all the time and stuff and whatnot. Just I yeah, but I was recommending that by
But
somebody
yeah,
on Twitter.
so currently you're directing most of your focus on like trying to build up your video game and all that stuff. Not trying to take a knock at you or anything, but you know, like have like a job and all that stuff or whatever. At the moment because of family stuff or whatever.
Reasons, but again, I can try to put something on Subscribe Star, but again, would anyone pay to see these weird alien designs that I come up with?
Yeah.
Um, well, I can make videos and of me of speeds of me creating these creatures, but and then release on Subscribe Star and put ads on for YouTube. But will will anyone even pay to see that?
Probably not. No, sorry. I mean, that's just me though. I mean, and like for me, this is my main stuff on my channel here, but on another channel I do have, which I'm not gonna really tell anyone. On that channel, it's actually probably outperforming this channel because, and I've only made a few videos on there where I do post stuff like that I don't want to associate with myself. I'm not gonna say the stuff, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, sometimes that kind of thing people do look forward to it.
Yeah, I got these worm aliens. I'm thinking about doing that with I want to start making these videos of me just creating these worm aliens, these leech like aliens. Like, where am I pay to see me do sculpts of these monsters?
Okay.
But I don't know. But if anybody's watching, goodbye,
All right.
everyone.
Anyways, thanks for coming on and all that stuff. If you want to share some of your ideas with me or whatever, I mean, I'm open to the idea. I don't have like a free schedule like that. If you want me to come on your channel, I'd be happy to. I mean, just set a time or whatever. I'm not saying I'll do it all the time, but just whatever you can come on here, that kind of thing. You know which account that I reached out to get to you. So
Yes.
if you want to talk, yeah. But
Bye.
yeah. Anyways, I'll see you later. Take care. All right, and that was Fizzchozo, people. I know it was kind of a little bit of a long stream. Not too many people came in, but oh well. Thanks, apathetic Black Queen, for showing up and all that stuff. Keep things respectful and everything. Yeah. So Fizzchozo, yeah, I've heard of him before and all that. It's like I was saying earlier. I've seen him around like different live streams and all that stuff from like certain people, and I was like, all right, well, I want to talk to this guy, see what's up with him. It's been a while since he's like shared anything about his like own original stuff, and I wanted to hear more about it because the thing is, I do my own original stuff too, and believe it or not, I kind of also like, all right, he kind of makes me want to like get into it a little bit, but I think he still has a lot of steps to want to climb to get to that point. I have my own stuff or whatever that I want to get to. But Fizz, if you're still watching, you could definitely download this stream and upload it on your channel. I don't really care. But yeah. Anyways, this is the Joning Level Fox, and I'm out. Peace. And until we meet again, peace.